going on, guys? It's Game Crunch here this morning, and I woke up to this news, more Palworld news that's going on. Two things. First is they've released a update, like a roadmap essentially of what's coming to the game, and that's one thing I wanted to talk about because there's a couple things in there that I think are very interesting. And then the Pokémon Company has released a official statement now regarding Palworld, I guess overnight. Being in Japan, far away, happened overnight. This is what I wake up to. So two things here. So let's just get right into it. I don't want to use up too much of your time today. But the first thing here is the Pocket Pair released the Palworlds Early Access Roadmap. And there's a couple little interesting things here that kind of caught my eye that I kind of wanted to talk about. But first thing is I'm playing Palworld right now, and I'm probably like 15 or so hours into it, and I've noticed a few of these bugs, like your pals won't do tasks and stuff like they're supposed to do. It drives me nuts. Like I'll need to make balls to catch them. I forget what they're called. Spheres. That's what they are. Spheres. And I'll put the spheres on there, and the pals won't do anything. And I'm like, so I have to sit there and hold X and make them, and it's kind of annoying. But it looks like they're working on that. So, but there's one key thing here that I wanted to mention. So plan future updates, PvP, that's going to be cool. Raid bosses. Here's the one that caught my eye. Pal Arena, PvP for pals. Now, when you think about it, you put two pals together and you make them battle. What do you get? Now, that is just a feature of the game. It's not the core feature of the game. And for example, World of Warcraft did this back in the day, I believe when Cataclysm came out. And they had a pet battling feature that was compared similar to Pokemon. So I don't think there's anything here that is going to cause any legal problems. But I just thought that was interesting that now there's actually going to be like a Pokemon mode, more or less, in the game. So that was the main thing. Another thing, Steam Xbox crossplay, which is cool because I have a lot of friends on that just have PC and don't have Xbox that are playing or want to play. Xbox feature improvements, server transfers, blah, 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 general stuff. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. So let's get into the statement that Pokemon released. So reading this article over here on IGN this morning, and I went on the Pokemon website too and saw the statement for myself. So the Pokemon Company has finally made an official statement regarding Palworld, saying we intend to investigate and take all appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual properties rights related to Pokemon. So they are looking into this. While the Pokemon Company doesn't specifically mention Palworld by name, yeah, they say, what do they say? Like a game that came out in January. It's very clear the statement is in response to incredible success of a survival game is experiencing 8 million copies now in 6 days. That's insane. Absolutely insane. And the claims of many Palworld pals are way too close to existing Pokemon. I see it all the time. When I'm running around the world in the game, I'm like, that kind of looks like... what was the one I saw last night? It kind of looked like a cross between a Blossom and a Gudra. Like, had a baby together. And I actually saw that one. Someone was saying that too. We received many inquiries regarding another company's game, that's what they referred to as, released in January 2024. We have not granted any permission for the use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in that game. We intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to the Pokemon. We will continue to cherish and nurture each and every Pokemon and its world and work to bring the world together through Pokemon in the future. So they are looking into it, whether or not anything can be done. I'm not a lawyer. I know that 99% of you guys or more down there commenting are not lawyers as well. We don't know. We'll see what happens. I think, and I'm not a lawyer, but this is just my opinion, and from my understanding, I think that the main concern and the main issue here is going to be those models. Not so much the Cheshire cat face being transferred over from Galarian Meowth onto that purple looking weird thing. I can't remember its name. I can't remember any of their names right now. There's too many. But I don't think it's more like that or mashing a few of them together. It's more if you take a look at that the wolf, the dire wolf, whatever its name is, and then Lycanroc, and there's that Twitter post about them being put over top of each other. Now, one thing that did come out about that is the Twitter user did say that they actually had to expand the model or shrink it to make them the same size. But that doesn't really change that the wireframe's still the same. You know what I mean? They could have, you take the model, you blow it up or you shrink it. So they just had to make them fit. That's all. They didn't alter the model in any way, but you can see how close those models are, which is concerning. So I think that is basically what Pokemon Company is saying. They're looking into those assets to see if any of those assets have been stolen and repurposed. And I think that's their main concern, is the models. So that's what I gather from this. What do you guys think? I know I don't want to become a Palworld channel, but this is just big news. I got to talk about this stuff. So I want to get your thoughts down below. I mean, you guys are very active down there commenting and on everything, and I try to join the discussion whenever I can. What do you think? Do you think anything more is going to come of this? Honestly, you know how it is with legal stuff. This is probably going to be 2-3 years ongoing. If anything comes of it, it's going to be a while before anything really comes of it. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I don't want to take too much of your time this morning. I got to get to the gym. You guys have a good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.